Well, hello, everybody. How are you doing? It is Friday, and in some places around the world, it is called Black Friday. We like that. I mean, Black Friday can be interpreted in many different ways. Welcome, everybody. Let me just speak favor and BOSTO to all of us, and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Many people are probably out, I don't know, shopping, but it's Nina and I. Nina, how are you, dear?
I am excellent. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. You're up in Canada, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you celebrated your Thanksgiving in October. That's what you told me.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
So
Well, how was it?
it
Was
was
it a
good.
good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I had
yeah,
a big dinner at my brother's place, and
yeah.
they always put on a good feast. And then I went to my son's in-laws the following day. So I actually had two turkey dinners there in October. So
So I'm curious, in Canada, do you have what is your traditional dinner?
same as the States. We got the turkey with all the fixings and pumpkin pie and the whole thing. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So yeah,
Yeah. Well, we did have pie, as I was telling you this morning.
yeah.
My wife and I had pie for breakfast. So, I think
Nice.
sometimes you can do that's the great thing about being an adult. You can actually do those things like, yeah, we're going to have pie today.
Yeah. Start with the dessert, then go over
Yeah.
to the dinner.
We have Michael from Germany. Good to see you, pagan capital of the Vikings. There you go. I love it. We love pagans. In fact, we're all pagans here. Um,
Well, I gotta show off my little Viking, my Christmas Viking
Hey,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, I just got that.
How cool is
Yeah.
that? Peter goes, pie. Yeah.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Excellent. I'm just trying to see, is it too late? No, Robin. I mean, if it's just going to be Nina, then it's just going to be Nina. So, but I'll put you on the list. And we really didn't know who was going to show up. So I'm on my way 2 minutes from home. Oh, all right. So that's Jennifer. So sure. Um, so Deborah, did you want a card reading? I do. I sometimes put people on the list. I'm going to assume that Big Al is hanging around somewhere, right? You were just talking to him in another chat, right?
Well, I wasn't talking to him, but
Oh,
it was ringing, so
oh.
I have to put decline. I'm busy.
Hey man, you're supposed to be in here. What are you talking about?
I know exactly, right?
What's up? This thing some like lemon rain, rhubarb pie. My wife is a real fan of rhubarb. We grow it every year. Let's see. So my favorite, I have to say, this banana cream that we had was
Ooh,
fantastic. And
that's
we
good.
also got a chocolate um what do they call it? French chocolate pie, silk pie. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So
Mm.
anyway, so what's happening, Nina? Man, what are you sensing? We have a chance for you and I just to talk. You and I were talking before we went live that everybody that I know is, I mean, this is straight. These are people that are awake. These are people like totally asleep. Doesn't matter.
Mm.
It's like they all have the rash, they all got an itch. And my metaphor for all this is they sense something and they don't, many people don't know how to define it. Your
Yeah,
thought. Hey, Steve, good to
something's
see
definitely
you.
up. Morning, Steve.
Oh, hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can.
Good, good.
Yes,
Hi, hi.
yes, yes. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Peter. Uh, Robin, I have Robin on the list. Okay. So talk to me. Nina, I asked you a question, then I step right
Mhm.
on top of you. What the heck is that about?
Yeah, so the energies are really strange. I mean, you can feel, they're amping up for something big's coming here. And personally, I just took a leave of absence of work. I'm just jumping ship here. I just want to stick around home for now and concentrate on my mystic business. So for you guys who are listening, this will be good because this means that I can spend more time doing this. So expect a lot more of me on live shows. And matter of fact, next Wednesday, I'm going to attempt to do live on YouTube, okay, at 7 o'clock in the evening. So instead of the upload. So hopefully you guys can make it for that. And yeah,
Excellent.
so it's going to be exciting. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. If y'all keep talking about pie in the chat room, man, then we're never going to get anywhere. I can tell you right now. I mean,
getting hungry here.
cobbler, 3-berry cobbler. I mean, come on. Yeah. Shift it. That's what Lavera says. Listen, I'm much like what you're saying. And just to let you know, in the month of December, I'm inviting as many people as I can if you want to come on, because I do think I was talking to Marsha Price will be joining me this week, that I think this December 21st, and Steve, I like your input on this as well, really is the date. I was telling her 2012 just seemed to be more hype than substance. I mean, people were making a buck off it. This one, I don't see anyone making a buck off of anything, because it's got people freaked out on all sides of the spectrum. What say ye, Steve?
Yeah. Well, 2020 is the year that you gotta shut up about making a buck off of this kind of stuff, because like everybody nobody's having a very, very good time. It's kind of like early on, when we were still 15 days to stop the spread, right? And the celebrities started singing like assholes on the internet at us, and everybody thought it was the most condescending BS in the world. So it's like that. This is very real. The unconscious people, their psyches are incredibly shattered. The people that never did the shadow work, that had their lives a certain way because they don't have their sports entertainment, they don't have their movies. They felt like they were going to get in trouble if they had dinner with family. The election, some of them are starting to kind of feel wise that the election is wrong, and their guy that feels like normal is not going in, even though there's nothing normal about what he's doing anyway. Everything is completely unraveled. People are completely off center, and if you aren't a balanced person, you're gonna lose your shit.
I've noticed that a lot of people are, and they're doing it live on Facebook, unfortunately. And
yeah,
it's
I had my nervous breakdown in March. I got over that shit real quick because I knew it was all downhill from there.
We had guests over and had a very interesting conversation with a Generation Zer. This young lady is 20 years old. And I was asking her, I said, so tell me, you truly are the internet social media generation. And I said, so tell me, how is your generation handling this? How are they processing it? And with no hesitation, she looked at me and she said, they're not. I said, tell me more. What do you mean they're not? She said, most of them, she says, are either already depressed or they are extreme anxiety. She said the influence that she saw. Hello, Jennifer. How to see you? Good to see you, hon. She said many of them are turning to alcohol. And she says because most of them get blottoed by 10 a.m. And she says that's how they're handling it. And I said, why? She said, she looked at me and she said, we can't do what you did. And this young girl, she was very intelligent. And she said, we can't congregate. We can't touch. We can't feel like you did, your generation. And she said, And she says it's having, she says, and it's not being covered in the news, but she says, I can tell you, she says more of people that the young people she knows in this age group, 20, I would probably say 18 to 24, suicide is becoming the thing that they're talking about. I said, well, I said, what about spirituality? And she said, what? She said, what's spirituality? So I just found it interesting. And to just kind of let you know, I'm dedicating the month of December because I think there is something about to happen. And like I said, I'm going to have Marsha on. We're going to have Julie on next Tuesday, talking about, you know, this winter solstice, what we see in the energies. There's prophecies of the original people who say the new earth is actually going to be pretty much brought into manifestation, and people are feeling it. Mm-hmm. So let's just open this up. We got a few minutes and then we'll get to the reading. So Jennifer, hello, how are you?
Hi, sorry, I came running in so fast I left a spoon in the cup.
Happens all the time.
Abby's like, there's your coffee, there's your coffee. I'm like, okay, thank you, bye. Yeah, so I was 2 minutes from home, so I got to type it in to say I was on my way. So happy Friday, everybody.
It is a happy Friday. There is a groove going on that I'm digging. There's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's kind of a groovy vibe. I mean,
you know what? It's the testing to rise above. And if you can rise above in the frequencies that are being put out there and find that love frequency, that seed frequency, seed of creativity, then you know you're doing all right. You know you're doing well.
Go ahead, hon.
Yeah. But as far as the dates that you were talking about, I was listening in as I was driving home quick. As far as the dates that you were talking about, I've mentioned a few times December going into January, the separation happening throughout the year. Something about the 17th of December, 21st and the 24th has kept coming up for me, big style, as far as something that they're going to throw out there to get certain categories of people to jump on, you know. So it is preparing ground right now, you know, to be discerning for sure, ready for sure, and in being ready, you know, practicing raising your frequency now amongst everything rather than being hit like a train, you know, like you were saying there, you know, the unconscious people, the people who aren't aware or awake, I feel maybe are going to get hit, you know. So yeah. And something to be thankful for. I was listening to a North Korean lady. Oh, what a wonderful inspiration. Abby finds these people for me. And I was like, oh, this girl, a frequency from what she's come from, and realizing that to be able to stay in high frequency amongst that kind of oppression and that kind of living. I mean, my goodness, you know, she's in America now, thank goodness, and really speaking out on her people's behalf. And you just think, yeah, I've got nothing to not be thankful for, you know.
She would be what I would call a groovy person. She's part of the groovy people. They're all over the world.
She's way up there, way up there. She's had me lifted up all day. I've been listening to her on and off in between work. Brilliant.
I mean, what a proving ground. I mean, if you're going to be an edifier, and there is a gift of edification, and there are people who are just natural edifiers. You just get in their presence, whether it's by physical presence or word. So, yeah. Beautiful. Well, are y'all ready? I can see the chat room is just going. I love it. People are.
Yeah.
So, as they would say, around and around we go. And so I think I will do this. I started, I think, with Amber last week. So we'll just pull everyone out. Start with the ladies first. So we'll go Jen. We'll go with Nina. And then we'll take you, Steve. You're going to be carrying up the rear.
All right.
Okay, so Nina, you have the first beginning of the show. We do 1, 2, or 3.
Yes. So hopefully everybody's had a chance to sit back and relax, take a deep breath, meditate on the numbers 1, 2, or 3 while you're thinking of a question. Okay, I've already pre-shuffled and cleaned and got the cards all ready here. But before I get going, I just want to tell everybody that because it's Black Friday and whatever, I do have a special on my readings right now. So if you've been humming and hawing about whether or not you should get a reading or whatever, now might be the good time to do that. All my readings are 25% off, and the links are in the description below here. And as I just said, I'm now taking a leave of absence from my night job. So I will have lots of time now to devote to doing readings. Okay, so I hope to see you guys. So if you are ready, I'm going to get going here. So once you have your number, though, comment that below. Okay, that kind of gives us a feel for who's picking what here. So I'm going to start with number 1. Okay, so if you picked number 1 and you had a question, the answer is peaceful resolution. So that's always nice. The guides, though, are reminding you, and I think this is appropriate for this time we were just talking about, journey within. So instead of focusing on all the bad things that are happening in the world, this is actually a really good time to focus on yourself now and to journey within and to, raise your vibration, as they were talking about. The crystal angel is rubelites, passion and purpose. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. So if you've been thinking about, getting into a hobby or doing something that is your passion, now might be a good time to pick that up. At the same time as you're journeying within, or maybe you need to figure out what your passion is, or if you already know what your passion is, journey within and to enhance that. But whatever your question was, it's a peaceful resolution. So that's always nice. So I hope that resonates for you, number 1. If it does, leave us some feedback down below here. I'd love to hear back from you guys. So if you pick number 2 and you had a question, the forgiveness card comes up. So I don't know if you need to do some forgiveness maybe around that issue. And the guides are reminding you to release toxic relationships. So it seems to me that these two probably go hand in hand. A little bit of forgiveness, a little bit of releasing there. The crystal angel is clear quartz. Let yourself feel all your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. Okay, so it's important to actually sit back and take inventory of what you're feeling, how you're feeling, because those are actually messages that they're sending you. And use your intuition, obviously, to try to decipher those feelings and emotions, okay? And know that it's okay to feel everything, all your emotions, even the ones that are negative. To get it out, okay? To work on them, to do some releasing, and maybe some forgiveness. And that also goes for yourself. So not just for others, but also for yourself as well. So I hope that resonates for number 2. If it does, leave us some feedback there. All right. So if you pick number 3, you had a question, they're saying you're ready. So whatever it is that you're about to do or whatever, they're saying you're ready. And I know with this full moon that's coming up now, it's an excellent time for making contracts, making deals, that kind of thing. So if you are in the midst or thinking of doing that, this full moon is a good time for that. The guides are reminding you to think positive or focus on the positive. Especially nowadays with all we were talking about, there's so much doom and gloom, so it's important to focus on the positive that we have, And the crystal angel is watermelon tourmaline, stress reduction. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. And I think it goes for all of us. you know, to try and get the stress out. Okay, whatever it is that's stressing you out, you know, try to limit that. Whether that's your schedule, maybe you're too busy with something, you might need to just take it easy for a bit. Focus on the positive. Okay, don't be so stressed out, and know that you are ready. Okay, so I hope that resonates for number threes. If it does, leave us some feedback. And if you're interested in a private reading, check out the links below. Okay,
Definitely do that. I like these readings. I mean, you know, number threes, you know, let me say, if you're in a legal situation, and sometimes compromise is far better than reaching for what the promise may be. Anyway,
right.
got that anyway. So just
Yeah.
get it out there. It's that time. I'm telling you, I've been reading the chat, and, you know yeah, there's a lot happening, We're going to be fine, though. I have a feeling that, like number three, we're ready. We're ready for Freddie. I mean, bring it on.
Yeah, you know, we're ready, but make sure that you try to limit the stress, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it is that's stressing you out, whether you're too busy physically or you're stressed, you know, mentally or whatever, right? To just chill out.
Take your shoes off and go, and just go barefooted, even if there's snow out there. Just connect to Mother Earth.
Yeah, exactly. So.
As the group spirit says, I got a line on you, baby. So, all right. And as the DJ rolls them off here, as we spin them out, we got our panel going. Hey, Jennifer.
Hey.
So this is how it's reading. Jennifer, you have David Castle. Nina, you have Miss Trina. And Steve, you have Bernadette.
Okay, David, 1 second. Rough. So we've got the 6 of Cups, David. I'm not on, no, I'm not, yeah. So David, we've got the 6 of Cups for you. So this is feeling nostalgic, looking back, looking backwards, looking towards your past memories that are attached to the emotions. There's something about a motherly energy, and the way that you're looking back towards a motherly energy in your past. Harken back to maybe what this motherly energy could implant in your childhood during this time of year, and the kind of energies that this motherly energy would bring to the family home, would bring to the setup, and just how things were, the smells, the customs, the people, and it might be that you've been so nostalgic that you've been missing this a little bit, but there's a time for everything, and your time is now, and whatever you're doing right now that is connecting to other people's emotions, you're actually helping them in the present right now create a more balanced state for their emotions. There's some kind of influence that you're having on other people around you, or other people that are listening to you, that is more impactful than you maybe can conceive right now. And this is beautiful. This is helping others have more balanced emotional states, and there's just certain words of inspiration or wisdom I feel that you can give yourself a pat on the back for, without even knowing the entirety of the impact you've had upon people. If I can share that with you today, and let you know that you are doing an awesome job for you and the people around you by giving them something that is truly fulfilling to their emotions, or something that is truly prompting towards their emotional balanced state. You're creating something lovely for the people around you, basically. And this is a lot to do with the lessons that you maybe learned from this motherly energy that you've been nostalgic about. So with thanks to that energy too, that's helped mold and create you also.
Fantastic. And we know David. Love it. Thank you, hon. Your next person will be, by the way, Chris Garcia, Jen.
Thank you.
Okay. And Nina, you have Miss Trina Phoenix, and Steve, you will have Bernadette.
It's me now, right?
No, it's Nina.
Oh,
It's
it's
me.
Nina. Okay, I thought Nina had
Yeah.
done her thing already. All right.
Sorry. Okay, I'm a little slow today. So Trina, you got let go. Once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that has held you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only your best intentions at heart and will do everything in our power to protect you. So I hope that resonates for you, Trina.
I somehow think it will, but I'll let her answer that one. That was far out. Thank you. Is that a new deck?
Yes, this, oh, it's over there now. It's messages from spirit.
Okay, cool. Cool.
So instead of them saying angels and God and whatever, it's all spirit. So I kind of like that. I kind of really like this deck, actually.
That's kind of what they really are, isn't it?
It is, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because demon comes from daemon, which means divine ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all spirit to me. That's why I work with all of them, because I don't see the difference. So
yeah. I mean, listen, they got feelings too.
that's right. Actually, they do.
They do.
They do. You'll be surprised.
Oh, I'm getting there. All right. All right, Steve, you're on, buddy. Miss Bernadette.
All right. Yeah. So, a lot of the coughing that I was doing, I kind of woke up dry throat here. You guys could hear that or no? Was I muting? All right.
No, you were muted.
No.
Okay. Good. All right. Cool. All right. I'm adding something to the universal kind of thing that I hit off first, because I do the animal spirit, but I'm also going to try, because I started doing it a little bit last night on a live stream. I'm just going to kind of throw the astrology dice out there. I've had astrology dice for a while. I hadn't really played with them too much though. So I'm going to try that a little bit today. But to start off with, so for universal for everybody is the crayfish. It's a water elemental. So this little crustacean is protection, perseverance, vulnerability, and regeneration. So these are universal themes.
I love eating those little mud daubers.
It's 3 dice for a house, a planet, and a sign. And the result was the 11th house. And the 11th house is about other people. It's about your friends, your networks and relationships in that respect. The planet that popped up is Saturn. So Saturnalian energies. And it actually can specify, because we got Capricorn. So very, very Saturn, especially like the 11th house is sort of associated with Aquarius, which is also Saturn. So Capricorn, the 11th house, and Saturn. So keep those energies in mind where they show up in your charts and how they relate to you now. I'm not really an astrologer, but I just threw that out there because I know my own chart. Anyway, so who's first?
It would be Bernadette. By the way, it's interesting you pulled Saturn, because Saturn's come into play this whole month. I mean, you got Jupiter, you've got Mars. I mean, it's all alignment.
Right. Well, yeah, the December 21st is the conjunction at 0 degrees Aquarius.
Yes. Yeah. Everyone's moving into Aquarius.
Yeah. Saturn and Jupiter.
Something's up, folks. And Regina, I do have you on the list. All right. Take it away, Steve.
All right. We're rocking with the High Priestess. So you are working with those secrets, those secrets of the mind is where this is operating from for you. And It's operating from a place of vitality. There's good strength, good health, something of this effect. You've got the bull over here. All right. So strength, health, and the secrets of the mind.
I love that. And someone was in the chat room. Who is it? It's Celestial Shamanka. I believe that is the feminine shaman. Says she is an astrologer. So interesting on that. Interesting. You pulled up Saturn, Steve. It was that trigger for that psychic connection, because that's what I've been studying this morning. So I was very much in tune with it. All right. Jennifer, you have Chris Garcia. Nina, you have Blanca. And then Steve, you will have ISB3.
Hey, Chris. So you've got the Queen of Cups. So this is divine feminine, intuition, good, compassion, love, beauty. I don't know if you're interested in a partner or you have been considering leveling up, or an existing partnership has been just felt like you've been creating a deeper connection lately. But there's something to say that there's a deepening of the divine feminine aspect in your life. Now, of course, this could be within yourself, and that you've been really driven through the energies of this year into delving really deeply into your intuitive side, into that ability to have the more psychic-like knowings, the more gut instincts that you can follow. Or maybe it is that you've been deepening a connection or considering deepening a connection with somebody that's been entering your life, or somebody that's already in your life. Either way, there's a deepening of the divine feminine aspect in your life that you're using and using to your advantage. What I would say is this feels a little bit next level up and a little bit new in that to you. So really delve in deep to this. And to be honest, you couldn't be using a more precise navigational system for this year, going into next year anyway. Too much mind has gotten a lot of people into trouble this year. So where your mind tries to kick up again and play too much into your gut instincts and where you're being led to go, that, just quieten that down and trust in yourself and trust in this new aspect, however it resonates with you in your life.
Far out. Thank you, Jennifer. Cool deal. Is that Amber? Do I see Amber in the room?
Yeah. She's getting set up from the looks of it.
Yeah, it does. Okay, well, cool.
I'm sitting here. I just woke up. I'm not showing my face today.
Well, that's fine. I mean, good morning or good afternoon, whatever the case may be. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you.
Excellent. We're all saying hello. Everyone else is saying. Well, thank you, Amber. Good to have you here, hon. So, Nina, you have Blanca, and Steve, you have ISB3. And we'll start the rotation, getting Amber in here. But Nina, you will have Blue Angel. Love that.
All right. So Blanca's first. All right.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. All right, Blanca. So I got light for you. It says, imagine yourself as being compressed of energy and light, because in reality, that's precisely what you are. You are a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is a time to remember how vibrant you truly are.
Far out. Let us know, Blanca. I know Blanca very well, and so let us know. I think
does she have a brilliance about her?
She does. She teaches children a lot of material that I wish I had growing up. So yeah, little background there. All right, so Steve, you have ISB 3.
ISB, you've got Judgment, reversed. You're coming to an incorrect conclusion on the situation. But you also have Lagouge, direct. I really love Lagouge when it pops up, especially direct. Lagouge is the it's like that depths of the unconscious. It's those deepest feelings, and from the bottom of your lake, right? So you may be I think that you've got some good going on because you've been down there to the bottom of your lake, or at least a very deep depth of your lake, but you need to come up for air, just because you might have been swimming in it for a little too long in the dark. And so it's got your judgment messed up, because take it from me, who lives in the abyss, you got to get out of the abyss.
Amen, brother. I ain't shouting you down because you're preaching good. You got to get your ass out of the abyss. Ain't it true?
Indeed.
That is cool. Well, let us know. I mean, that is cool. Seriously, Steve, you really have to. You have to get out of the abyss. That's good advice for everybody. You got to do the dark night of the soul. Just don't get trapped there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I think so often happens to people. They figure it out, and then they get there and they go, "Oh crap! Now how do I get back out of this?"
Yeah, you want to go back to sleep now.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
The key is acceptance. The key is acceptance and knowing it's all a part of the process. And to when you're doing your dark night, to bring that higher energy, that God love energy into the healing process. Don't get, because I did that, and I know I've said this before, but don't be attached to the pain. Let it go through you and heal it with love.
Wow, great advice, Amber. Wow, cool.
Love the pain. Don't hate the pain. Don't sit there and go, oh my God, I hate this feeling. Why don't want, that's trying to push against it, which is only going to keep it there.
Good advice, folks. We've all been there. It sucks. All right. So this is how we'll go now. Jennifer, you have Blue Angel. Nina, you will have Celestial, I think, and I say this right, Shamanica. Is that correct? And Steve, her son would like a reading, and I don't have her son's name. And then Amber, we'll start you out with Mr. David Barry. How fortuitous. All right, so Jen, you're up.
So for Blue Angel, we've got the Queen of Swords, so that you're taking this step back and being a bit more reserved. It feels like you might have had a bit of problems from others around you that don't particularly like you in that position. It just feels like you're doing the right thing. You're taking the time out to be a little bit outside of whatever circles you've been in, to discern a little bit more about your own truths, where you are, and the truths of situations that you're facing and dealing with right now. There's been some hardships to get onto this throne for you with this, the Queen of Swords energy is there. Ultimately, because the swords can be, the mind can either be your best friend or your worst enemy, particularly when we've maybe allowed others to limit us on our journey. Ultimately, it feels like you've accepted, though, that part of the responsibility is yours, if not all of the responsibility is yours, even those that have put limitations on you mentally or labeled you, that you ultimately have for a time allowed that to be. And so now you're in your strength. Now you're recognizing that, and you're on your throne. You're taking that throne, and it's allowing you to have that discernment of truth about who you are, where you stand, and what your grounding is, what your truth is. It feels like you're going to be speaking out maybe over the next few weeks, which some might not be used to, quite so honestly. And that's you just getting into the swing of things with this newly found sort of confidence, you know, and go you in that, because you can't go wrong if you're speaking your truth.
Sort of confidence. I love that. I want the sort of confidence.
Wielded.
and she was sitting on the throne, right?
Yes, she's on a throne. Yeah, she's sitting on the throne, and so she's a bit taking it all in before she wields that sword, you know. Woo. So she's a hardcore queen. This queen.
Watch the lady when she swings the blade.
Especially if she's got fire on it.
Thank you, Jen. Appreciate it. Nina, Celestial.
All right. You got intuitive nudges. Intuition is the language of the soul. We are all born aware with a profound sense of inner knowing. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts we possess, which keeps us connected to our higher selves, the universe, and to our higher selves, the universe, and to our divine spirits. So listen for the nudges, okay? Because they're there. You just have to listen for them. So I hope that resonates.
What's the graphics on those cards?
Yeah, I know. I like this deck.
Yeah, it's really cool. Thanks, Nina. Steve, I don't have her son, but it's Celestial's son, and so we'll just use son.
Okay. Yeah. So Celestial, you have for your son, 10 of bows reversed. So that's responsibility, right? So he's not quite bringing it to its final conclusion. Everything that he's been doing, he's not quite getting it right over that finish line. And there's something going on with your son that maybe he doesn't want to talk about. But he's thinking about it. I got Lagouche popped up again, direct. Give him the space, the opportunity, the availability to open up about what's been going on with his depths, because it's directly affecting his desires.
Wow. I was into that. Thank you, Steve. Celestial, let us know. I mean, I'm watching her comments. Okay. You're reading in the chat, aren't you, Steve?
Yeah. I'm poking in and out. I'm definitely checking that. Yeah, I'm seeing it right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Health, responsible about health issues, overwhelmed.
You saw that.
Yeah.
She says you're so right on.
This one I felt warranted a follow-up. Queen of Stone, reverse. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Because he's insecure on many levels. Including on what one would sort of seem, not to take superficially, but like the issue of wealth. This is Mama Bear. So he's you're Mama Bear, and he's worried about you.
Yeah, I was talking to my wife about Fridays. I said, I've sit here as an observer, and as a impartial observer, the accuracy of what I continue to see is off the freaking scale. Y'all good. That's all I got to say. Y'all good. So speaking of good, Amber, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, you have Mr. David Berry. David,
Hey,
we love you,
David.
man. We love your work.
Yeah.
You're just a talented spirit.
Oh, look,
Appreciate
Celestial just said, by the way, like her son actually calls her Mama Bear.
Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. If you need, exactly, there you go.
That's
Amber,
awesome.
you have it, my dear.
All right. So what we have here is the overall energy of being revenge. Not a bad thing, because you have 10 of Wands and 7 of Cups to go along with it. So it's extra responsibility and completion. So you do have a lot of responsibility right now, but you're completing tasks as you go. There's tons of opportunities and choices for you within your space right now, and you already know that. I feel like the revenge card pulled out because maybe when you were younger, you were told you couldn't do things. And now you're like super focused on getting things done just to prove that, you know, your worthiness to yourself. And it's a part of what drives you. So bravo, that's good.
Spot on. Thank you, Amber. All right, you're going to be on this weekend, just so I know, with the Milky Way Soul Tribe channel with Robert.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Just wanting to make sure I'm covering my bases.
Thank you.
Okay.
Who's
So
the next one there?
the next one coming up is Jennifer. We have Martin, Heidi, and Heidi. Nina will be Emperor Rex. Steve, Tina Bot, 23, and Amber Posey Blue.
Okay. So this is for Heidi, Martin, and Heidi.
Yeah, I think it's Martin and Heidi. Yes, correct.
Okay. So we've got the star card for you. So a beautiful major arcana. There's been a lot happening throughout this year that has caused a bit of a kick up here and there regarding maybe health, but healing, a cause for healing nevertheless, that you've been focused and focused in on certain things that have been going on that have then actually, to look back in hindsight, have created level after level of holistic health. There's a holistic energy of hope here that's being found in the realm of health, and that is spiritual health, physical health, mental health. And so there's been, as if you've been passing through these 7 wombs, these Pleiades stars, you know, representing 7 wombs of transition and birthing into the next. And with that, your dreams have gotten bigger. With that, your hopes have gotten bigger. And that's a fantastic thing, because I feel like you guys have been. Is it guys? Is it 2?
I think it's actually this Martin.
Martin. Well, that it's creating almost as if you're going to start to see opportunities through your own journey, through your own transitioning of these 7 wombs, of these 7 sort of birthing planes that you've been birthing yourself into, that you then see opportunity to and being a visionary for the future. I don't know what that will resonate with you, how it resonates with you, but it's as if you're going to see a niche or something that you can bring in that you have explored and understood because of your own personal healing journey this year. And it does feel like you're going to be doing that within the next year coming in, that you're going to gift the collective with something because of the healing, expanding, and this hope that you've managed to find from each birthing platform that you've sort of launched yourself off into the next. So where you might feel like you've been in a bit of a tumble dryer at times, you know, the heat's right up high, you know, you've survived it and you've come out, you know, nicely laundered, you know, you come out clean again. And so it's a powerful energy, actually. And I would be really interested personally to see what you come up with during January and February, what niche you see that you can then birth into the collective from your, you know, tumble dryer experience. I know that's not quite so eloquent, but I feel that that's how you felt at times this year. So I'm glad you're out of there.
Very descriptive. True story here. They actually had to rescue some kid out of a dryer.
Really? That
Seriously.
makes sense then, because maybe you saw something in that kid's eyes then, because the tumble dryer was prominent.
It's actually a perfect expression of what so many of us go through. Thank you. So Nina, you have Mr. Emperor Rex.
Wow. All right. So Emperor, you got seek. The power of spirit exists in all things. Everything is made of energy, and every single thing in your physical world contains a fragment of spirit, including you. We are all one with spirit and always will be connected to one another. So I hope that resonates for you there.
I like those cards. Thank you. Thank you, Nina. Steve, Miss Tina Bop.
Tina Bop. All right. Tina, so you are getting used to new wealth, Page of Pentacles. So you are you're playing with some new wealth that you've got your hands on, and that is and that's been kind of where your modus operandi has been, and okay, so Kanaj has popped up for you reversed. So you're handling this wealth well, but you also are not utilizing its full capabilities. Kanaj is the rune. It's a certain, it's a physical world kind of enlightenment thing, right? It's about knowledge, ability, and authority. So you're a little stuck on that, and put more vitality into the work. Like strength. Strength and action is going to get that energy flowing.
Thank you, Steve. I like that. So reading the chat, I just see coming across one of our tribe members here, Gullible Travails, is in the hospital with a broken hip. So that is painful, and we send healing energy to him. And even the people that listen to the replay, just stop and think in your mind, just send that radiant healing into that hip, because folks, it is part of the thing as we get older. None of that we do.
Crayfish regeneration.
Yep. Perfect card. And I have to say to all the crawfish, I really have to say I hate it, guys, but you're delicious. So, all right. Martin and Heidi said, you couldn't have been more right to the point. Thank you, Jennifer. It's a crazy ride for me. There we go. Wow. All right, Amber. You have Posy Blue.
Okay, Posy Blue, I got some cards out for you. First off, for the person that broke their hip, I can definitely sense there's tons of inflammation in there. So I'll definitely put out some, just keep that ice on there. I know the doctors are going to give you tons of anti-inflammatories and stuff, but yeah, try to keep that inflammation down when you get out of the hospital. Okay, so Posy, we've got a few cards here, and what I see here, we got Queen of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. So you're definitely working hard. you're keep holding down the fort, so to speak. And it's not, and you're being productive. There's a routine going on, but I think you're just getting maybe a little bit bored. And sometimes the best, like, because we've got perchance to dream. So that's the new phase of the moon. So there's certain things that you may be denying about what's going on within your space. And it might just be because you're denying yourself rest, or you're denying yourself alone time, is kind of what I feel. So with the Queen and the Knight, there's a lot of strength here. And I think you're just focusing on holding down the fort and not really paying attention to your own self. So just do a little bit of self-work, a little bit of hanging out with your own person and closing your eyes and just feeling what it feels to be quiet for a little bit. Go outside, because you did get the I am the earth in harmony with nature card. So yeah, if you can go outside, even if it's cold, bundle up and go get some fresh oxygen. And that's all I got.
Thank you, Amber. By the way, Gullible Travails is a lady. So we just got the hey Kaz Hawk to see.
Feel better.
Feel better, yes. And they spot on in the inflammation, Amber. Spot on.
Well, yeah, of course. When you get something broken, you get inflammation, but that was definitely, I was feeling it. So I wanted to say that. Yeah.
Oh, brings almost tears because I know that pain. Okay, we're going to be continue to thinking about you, dear. So Jennifer, you have Regina, and then let's see, excuse me. Jennifer is Regina. Nina, you have Deborah Truax. Steve, you have X Blue Dream 89X. And Amber, you have Scotty Boy. I love that. I hear that song. Oh, Scotty Boy. Anyway, I digress.
Pipes the pipes.
All right, Jennifer, take it away.
Okay. So we have the 5 of Wands, Regina. So the 5 of Wands, there seems to be conflict of interest, conflict in just arguments spurring up from the slightest and smallest thing. Just never getting past that point of put in energies to rest. I think you guys, it's depending where you are, these guys would maybe say a tinderbox. That you've got this tinderbox constantly there, and the slightest spark is just like ready to ignite. You can't dance with this anymore. You can't dance around this anymore. You can't dance with this anymore. There needs to be some firmness and some authority taken over your space. If people want to have conflict and argue, let them do it outside of your bubble. Use the bubble excuse. We've got bubbles over here for social distancing. Tell them to social distance themselves, not because of any fear that you've got for anything going on right now, but that they should fear you if they keep approaching you this way. Just turn it around, write it on an old white t-shirt, make them laugh. And then they'll not come at you with this argument anyway. Belittle it. Tell them to 6 feet away, please. 6 foot away. Put 666 on your back if you have to remind everybody at every area that 6. It's easily fixed. Just don't get embroiled in it anymore.
Jennifer, I'm going to copyright some of the stuff you say and give it to you because it's classic.
Oh, you can have it. I forget it as soon as I say it.
I
can see it with a 6 year, a 6 year, a 6 year, and a 6 year. Just harness the energy you've got, yeah.
It brings up certain images in one's head, doesn't it? Okay. Thank you, Jenny. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. Nina, Miss Deborah Truax, Steve, and you have X Blue Dream, and then Amber, Scotty Boy.
All right, Deborah. So you got Serenity. The most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is the time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. And I think that's kind of important for everyone.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. People like those cards too. I like them too. They're cool. All right. Steve, X Blue Dream 89X.
All right. X Blue Dream 89X. I'm talking to products now, apparently. 10 of Cups reversed. 10 of Cups reversed. So as we look here, this is that the emotional fulfillment where you get the, you know, the gratification of getting through the emotional issue, and just moving on into the connection. That disconnection is there instead. And we have here the rune brings out what's the underlying issue. We have Ansu's reversed. Ansu's reversed. So that is mixed messages, a bit of confusion, a lie within the truth, if you will. So you need to go back and review your assumptions that are associated with the emotional connection that you're trying to make. There is a deceit hidden within it. It could be entirely unconscious. It's not my place to say whether it's malevolent or benevolent in deceit, but the point is that something is not correct, and it's making it hard for you to get to that final emotional resolution that you're looking for.
Wow. Let us know. So, you know, as you were talking, Steve, the thought hit me. Imagine doing readings for companies and businesses. I keep pitching that. It's going to take one day. Mark my words. But think about it.
Payroll.
All right. And telling you, it's an opportunity.
Yeah,
Amber,
I'm in.
yeah, I'm telling you, I really think it's a true opportunity. We all talk offline. Amber, Scotty Boy, and then Jennifer, I have Susie, and then, oh, this is going to be fantastic. Nina, you have Big Al, and Steve, you have Perry.
I was going to say too that corporations already do use sigils and astrology, so I'm sure they use tarot too.
I know the Federal Reserve does.
And numerology and all that. So
yep.
Yeah,
it's powerful. Powerful.
Okay.
All right, Amber, it's yours.
Scotty Boy. So the Revenge card came out again. Then we have Ace of Swords reversed and the Knight of Wands. So you're definitely having some you're rethinking things. You're starting to see, you could be a little clouded too from the revenge energy. That's probably more of what this is. So you might be stuck in an idea or angry about something, either in your life or what's going on globally. And you're just rethinking things and figuring out new ideas of what you can do to be this King of Wands. You already are the King of Wands, super powerful, super focused, and ready to go, you know. We write at dawn. I keep hearing that, we write at dawn. So I feel like there's this powerful force that's making you really want to act. But at the moment, the revenge energy, the anger energy may be clouding exactly what your focus needs to be. So you know, eventually that anger it'll go away, but maybe step away from whoever or whatever is creating that, and so that you can get rid of some of that cloudiness in your mind so that you can actually act with the King of Wands.
Thank you, Amber. All right, so the next rotation, I have Susie. It's by the way, it's SUSIQ. That will be for you, Jenny, Nina, Big Al, Steve, Perry, and then Amber, I have Cheyenne.
Hey, Susie, we've got the Magician for you. So this is, you know, this is your power in all of the experiences and tools that you have on the table, and then that you've been really delving into this deep and really surprising yourself at the amount of skill set that you have regarding magic, and regarding you utilizing it more and more on a daily basis in your life, for manifestation, for putting out intent, for bringing things into you without the effort that you would have previously had to put in to get those dividends or whatever it is that you're trying to draw into you. I would want you to delve into this even deeper, to harness this even more, to not be afraid of it. And I know you're not afraid of it, but to not, for it to be one of your go-to instincts. And it's getting more and more like that for you, but to even more so for you to not worry for a second how you'll manifest something or how you'll draw anything in, that your first instinct is to say, I know what to do, and use that magic in a way that is so innate to you now, and it needs to become even more so because you're skilled at it. You've got this, and you've got a way that is a really pretty way of magic. You've got a very symbolic way of doing magic, which I appreciate and I like and I can see, and I appreciate the pieces of the puzzle that you put together for yourself to align your magic with your intent, which is really powerful when it's your own. So harness that even more, have it even more as your go-to before you even worry a second as to how you'll manifest something or get something done. You know, you'll have brooms going around on their own, you know, like Snow White soon enough, I bet, because you're good at this.
Fantastic. Susie Q, I didn't see you, hon, but I would say that one fits you is pretty accurate as well. Wow. And someone said, I think it was Coyote Prophet, that said that there are people, their companies are using tarot card readers. Boom. There you go, baby. We need to get out there and do some marketing. I'm telling you, they're going to need it, folks. They're going to need it. We'll have to talk offline. I have some ideas. All right. I digress. Big Al for you, Nina. Perry will be for you, Steve. And then Cheyenne is for you, Amber. And then Jennifer, next on the list, will be Kaz Hawks for you.
All right. So Big Al, you got find your center. Your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is the ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? So if you've been a little stressed out there, Al, maybe it's time to take a moment and check in and do a little something for yourself there.
I don't know, but I just sense in my spirit that I think Al has been stressed out.
Has he?
Yes, they've had some definitely had some challenges on the road. So
okay.
Spot on, my dear. Spot on. Right. Peter Coyote Prophet wants to know, what deck are you using?
Me?
Uh-huh.
Oh, hang on. The box is over here. Let's see here.
All right. And Nina Al says, Nina Mystic, thank you, sister.
You're welcome. It's Joan Holland.
Cool.
Messages from spirits. Yeah.
I keep
I like
hearing, I keep hearing, don't text and drive. Don't be distracted and drive. So there you go.
Ooh.
Very good advice there. Yeah, that goes for everyone, by the way.
Yes, Al.
Yes.
We'll
Yeah,
put
I
you in
wasn't
the
talking
timeout.
specifically to him.
Especially Al. Yeah, he's always texting.
I have Bear Grown on the list. I love this group. All right. So, Steve, you have Perry.
Perry.
Al's partner.
You got the Chariot. So you're doing pretty darn successful here. You're celebrating achievement. It's good. You've done good work. And so there's a reason to do so. And we have Ansuj here. So in the essence of what you've been achieving, you're also it's also bringing new information to you. You're learning more out of it, and the things that you're learning, those that are giving you kind of like those deep hunches about what's next, that is correct.
Interesting. All right, thank you. Amber, you have Cheyenne, and then we're getting near the end of the list. Kaz Hawks will be for you, Jenny. Lavere will be for you, Nina, and then I have Christopher for you, Steve, and then wrapping it up will be Bear for Amber.
Okay, hi Cheyenne. So we have the Sun reversed, 3 of Swords, and 6 of Cups reversed. So this is definitely something about your past and something that you're not able to let go of, possibly from being in childhood. There may have been some traumatic things that may have happened to you, and it's really hard for you to move past that. It may be a loss. You may have lost a family member, somebody very close to you that it's been very hard for you to move on. You're kind of stuck in this emotional rut, and it's hard for you to stay positive. So feeling, I what am I trying to say? Sorry, cat's got my tongue. I just think that maybe you need to do some inner child work, and hold that little girl that you were when you were younger and when you were going through all this stuff, and let her know that she's safe now, and try to forgive whatever it was in the past that's holding you back, because that's pretty heavy in this and it can also what else came out is envious gluttony. So that energy that you're holding on may be subconsciously creating these energies that are making you not see who you are and not appreciating other people for who they are, because you're not able to see that beautiful person you are, because you're emotionally stuck in something. So do a little inner child work and love yourself. Okay.
Thank you, Amber. Let us know, Cheyenne.
You're welcome.
We all need that.
Yeah.
Jenny, you have Kaz, and then Nina, Lavera. Steve, you'll have Christopher, and then Amber, Bear, Grown, and then we got to do one for Robert V. So we'll put him up for anyone who wants to do Mr. Robert V. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you, buddy.
That was powerful, Amber. So this for Kaz. Kaz, you've got the 5 of Cups. So there's a bit of an upset here. There's a bit of not a depression, but a lull, something that has upset you, something that is maybe just draining to you, something, a loss, a grievance, maybe even grief. it feels like you've been disappointed emotionally. It feels like somebody who you may be built upon too much of a pedestal, or allowed them to consume too much of your emotional aspect, your emotional body, your emotional waters, the body of waters that you put too much attention on or hope into. One, you shouldn't be putting hope into anyone else. It should be you, and then the right people align with you. But you know that there's just been a letdown here that is maybe shocked you. And so this energy is helpful in that it gives you that time to, one, grieve. It's an important part of the grieving, you know, to cry over the spilt milk, you know, to not recognize it, to look at it and process it and give it the time that it's due. But in the normal decks, the Five of Cups, there's always 3 cups spilt over and 2 in the upright behind. I always see that as the divine feminine, divine masculine balance, the 2 cups that you need to go on and be prosperous and emotionally balanced in a different direction. But it's your perception that can lock you into the Five of Cups for a little bit too long. And maybe it was your perception and your dreams of this situation or this person that did not really reflect the reality. I feel like if you start to dig in deep to this, you might see that the exact promises that you're grieving right now weren't made, or the exact lens, rose-colored lens that you were looking through actually did not quite exist. And so don't trick yourself into staying trapped by rose-colored glasses and distorted perceptions of things, because then you can't see the truth, and then you can't see your true balance, your true strength that you have to, you know, whip off that dark cloak, turn around and go off into something new. So be aware of that. Take your time, but not too much time.
Thank you, Jenny. Nina, you have Lavera, then Steve, Christopher, and then Amber, Bear, Groan, and then closing it out will be Mr. Robert V. So he will be the last one on the list. All right, so over to you, Nina.
All right. So we got believe. The force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible, the difference between success over failure, and above all, who you are, is the power of your belief. So be mindful of that, okay?
There is a theme running through these cards today. Thank you, Nina. Steve, Christopher.
All right, Christopher. Christopher, you've got the 5 of Arrows. 5 of Arrows. Frustration. So you are in conflict with other people that are very mentally determinative in the decisions that everybody's making. And so that is swarming about you. Get yourself grounded, right? Thala is the rune here. So you need to ground yourself, the place where your mind has its ability for sanctuary in thought process. So that way you can be gathered and best prepared for the mental conflicts that you are in the midst of.
You know, it's so we'll talk about this later. Okay, Amber, Bear, Dawn, and who wants to do Robert V?
I pulled one if you want to use this.
All right, and I saw Jennifer. All right, Robert V, stick around. All right. And there we go. Okay, so it is up to you, Amber.
Okay, so man, these cards were popping out for you, and I was like, I'm gonna put them back, and then I was told, no, you can't put them back. So I'm just gonna sum it up. This is relationship. This is definitely a relationship reading. We have the Lovers, and again, we've been pulling the Five of Wands. So there's another Five of Wands here. Five of Cups, King of Pence, and Queen of Pence. So this is a relationship. There may be some things that are going on or that have happened in a relationship that you may be feeling a bit of, well, conflict with. There's some tension going on with you. And you're regretting certain things and feeling disappointed within that. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, I'm just assuming is you and a mate. I don't really know. It could be a business relationship, but I'm not really feeling that. So the other cards basically say that to honor and respect each other's growth, to know that we all change. And if you're really wanting to move forward, then you have to accept the process of transformation, because you also have shedding of skin. If you don't shed that old skin, you're not going to be able to go into the new. So try to not be super attached to ideas or anything, and let go of the stubbornness, and don't say things that you're going to regret. Also eat better, because the card of nourishing, or sorry, conscious eating, you eat better. So that'll help give you more clarity. And then just try to create something beautiful out of that. Forgive yourself or the other person for upsetting you, and then just move on. Okay.
You know, that's the first time panel we had the Lovers card come up. The first time I've seen that. And Gallagher, Christopher Gallagher, it was you. But that's the first time I saw the Lovers card. Do y'all remember ever seen it before?
No, I think you're right.
I've seen it before.
Oh, you have?
Not today,
okay.
but I've seen it before.
Okay. The last one on the list is Mr. Robert V. So Nina, you said you pulled him a card.
Yeah, one fell out here for him, and it's a father's love.
Wow.
Yeah. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquainted something rather, in that it can be trapped into any time for whatever reason. Whether your father is still here or has passed, a father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. So I don't know if that resonates for you there, Robert.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Does anyone have anything else to say to Robert? Okay, Jennifer. Yeah.
The death card came out. Sorry, before I realized Nina had pulled the card, but the death card came out for him. So number 13 and a major arcana, and this is a transitioning, a letting go of the old, coming into the new. This horse doesn't stop; it just stays at its steady pace. It comes in regardless, and so it feels like you're transitioning into the next level of you. But also on the back of what Nina said, I think this, and however this resonates for Robert, it might be that somebody's been, popping in and out of his consciousness, regarding somebody who has transitioned on, who has shared that love with him. There's some kind of leveling up. There's some kind of this is big leveling up. This is big transitions, So, death and birth is same thing, but they're big things to happen. And so it feels like something quite big is happening for you.
I get the sense for that for Robert. I watch over there on the Soul Tribe channel, which is on Saturday and Sundays, if I am correct. And then the Andromeda 7 is on. Jennifer, you do a daily card reading. Amber, you have a schedule of readings as well?
I've been doing a lot of private readings lately, which is keeping me super busy. So yeah, if you want to contact me for a private reading, they're really not that expensive, and you get over an hour's worth. So just contact me through email if you're interested.
Cheaper than going to the doctor. That's just my
I
sense.
just Steve, I did a whole like an hour and a half for him, and like he knows, my microphone was off. I was like, man.
Now wait a minute, Steve. You
and that same night he did a show, and his microphone was off.
yeah. I did like a whole like hour live stream on D Live, and 90% of it, after I'd switched screens on my software, I forgot to unmute the software side for my microphone. And so I did a redo of just the last of the 2 readings that I did. I just recorded it on my phone and did that as an upload on YouTube. And then last night I did a D Live session after a YouTube session for readings, and it was pretty successful. But yeah, so synchronicity about silence.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. What a group. Well, and then Nina, you're going to be doing a live show now on Wednesdays at 7, right?
Yeah, so I have a lot more time in my hands now, so you'll be seeing a lot more of me. I'll probably not this Friday, but next Friday I'll probably be on the Andromedas as well, now that I'm not working nights, and I'll be going live on YouTube. So yeah, stick around and make sure you subscribe. Excellent. And like and hit the like, and check out the special. I got my readings on for 25% off right now, so it's a good opportunity to try it out if you haven't already. And
folks, I mean, I don't know what else you need if you want to see the authenticity and the accuracy. This is a living record that it's out there in the archives, and you can check it for yourself. Support these people. They're worth it. They're well gifted, and I tell you, I find us to be extremely blessed to have them come join us each week. Panel, you are the best. I just thank you so much. I send you much love, and let's see if we can get some prosperity into y'all's hands as well. So with that being said, tune in over at Drama 7, and hopefully we'll see Big Al over there, and then everyone else. So panel, stay with me. Thank you, everyone. Have yourself a great, strong end of the week, and we'll see you on Monday.